Hey, Jalen. Ed Washburn, CBS Sports. As a student of the game and the quarterback position, what would it mean to join what's a relatively small list of quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl?
I think it would be an honor. I think it'd be awesome. It'll be awesome. I think that's what we work for. Any individual out there that puts on a uniform, has this opportunity to play this game, we put so much work into it. Everybody wants to be the best, and there's only a select few number of guys that, take those steps and take advantage of these moments and these opportunities, and definitely work hard for moments like this and opportunities like this. So, it's another step.
Jalen, are you a superstitious guy? Because the past two Arizona Super Bowl champions have stayed here at this resort and on this Indian reservation, and kind of have the accommodations been?
Had no idea that. I kind of focus on the process of working and doing all those things, so I really don't get caught up in that. But I guess that's cool. The combinations of. I really don't know what you're asking. I'm sorry.
Hi, Alexis Davis, Rising Media Stars. So being that sometimes the Super Bowl is the first time that internationally people are introduced to football, why is it important to you to make sure that you're representing the game in the right way for someone that's getting exposed to it for the first time?
Yeah, I think, it's something that I think I kind of got a question about that yesterday, and I think the one thing that came to mind was how there's so many different people that are watching the game for the first time. They're coming to these games for the first time. They save up all their money to watch this one game, and that's a weekly thing, whether you're playing for, regardless of what team you're playing for. So every time I go out there, I want to give it my all to everyone that's watching, that kid that's watching, wherever they're from, put on a show for them and give them something that they can look up to and be encouraged by,
Hi, Sofia Gutierrez, DAZN Canada. Any game away from home is a challenge, and the Super Bowl really ramps that up and takes it to the next level. How big of a part do your fans play in bringing that famous Philly energy to Phoenix?
Yeah, I think the energy and enthusiasm of this city is something like none other. I've been able to be a part of two really historic and dominant football programs with rich support, and I think this city of Philadelphia, been in this city for a short time now, I think it's something different. It's encouraging. It hypes you up. They support you regardless of the circumstance, and you see the videos on social media and stuff like that of the parades after winning last week's game, or even going to the World Series or whatever it was, So it's a town and it's a city of great enthusiasm, and we're definitely gonna need that this week.
Hey, Jalen, Masvita Mara with CascadiaSports.net. Hey, not play-wise, but what's the mentality you're gonna need, the team needs, to keep third down and manageable on Sunday?
Yeah, I think just continue to play the way that we've played this whole entire time. I don't think anything severe needs to change. Anything crazy needs to happen. We need to go out there and play the brand of football that we've established for ourselves, and that takes great preparation, but it also takes consistency in everything that you're doing. So, you never know how those games can go, but in a game like this, and it all comes down to situational football. So, you want to be prepared for those moments.
Jalen, Miguel Almaguer with NBC News. Jalen, how do you feel about being the favorite on Sunday?
Where are you?
Right here.
There you go. Yeah, like I said, I don't really think any of that matters. I think we're going to go into the game trying to control the things that we can, truly. That's the main thing right there. Go out there and try and play our best brand of football and do it at a high level.
Hey, Jalen, Stacey Dales, NFL Network, Boomer Sooner.
Boomer.
It's evident that you elevate to huge moments, and you have throughout your career, but you never change. How do you temper your nerves and your emotions for a moment like the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think this is a moment that you definitely want to embrace everything with it, because you work really hard. You work really hard for this opportunity. But I think it's important to stay neutral. And I know there's a whole group of men looking at me, expecting me to go out there and make things happen. And ultimately, everyone has to, dominate their box and do their job. But I think just being in this role and having this position on this team, I think the leaders need to lead. And obviously, you want your big-time players to make big-time plays in a game like this. But again, I don't think that's anything out of the ordinary of anything that we've done all year. So I always go back to kind of doing what's gotten us here. So I think staying neutral, keeping the main thing, treating every play independently, having the right focus you need to have, and going out there and giving it your best, giving it your best.
Jalen, good afternoon. Federico Olvera from Ebola Radio 13, Mexico City. Jalen, what do you think is the future of the NFC East after this really competitive season? And the other one, what's the quarterbacks you used to admire since you was a kid?
Well, I think this is a great division to play in. I think over the last however many years, it's been a different winner every year. The Cowboys is always a competitive team. The Washington Redskins, Commanders, Commanders as well, and the Giants as well. So, you get good competition week in and week out when you're playing teams like that, and they have really good players. As far as anyone that I've ever looked up to growing up, I love Michael Vick. I think every kid loved Michael Vick growing up. He's a transcendent player. He in my era, before it's Randall Cunningham, but in my era, I felt like he was the first player to play the game in a different way and still have success, and I have a lot of respect for him, a lot of respect for the things that he's done at VTech and the Falcons and the Eagles. So I have a lot of respect for him. That's a person I definitely had. I had the black Atlanta jersey, number 7, and I had the Eagles jersey too, so I was representing.
Hey, Jalen, where's the best place in Philly to grab a cheesesteak?
Well, I have a cheesesteak that I made at Food Chasers. It's in Philly, and it's called the Jalen Special. So I put my little ingredients on it. I made it just right. So if you ever want to go try one, go to Food Chasers.
This is Gary Jones of VMH Sports. I know I asked you a question the other night about preparation. Mm-hmm. Now this is another question I'd really love for you to answer. Why do you think you are having so much success and making it look easy so early in your NFL career when a critic says you wouldn't become a very good NFL quarterback? How are you making it look so easy?
I might have to ask them that question. Let's see if they can answer that. Everything that I want to do is just quantify my work. Just quantify the work that I put in. I don't really like to look at the results. Never like to look at the results, just the process of getting better. That's truly, you can look back and say that there are so many things that can motivate me and drive me to want more and to be the best. And why do I just keep getting up and going and going and going? But I had a purpose before everybody had an opinion. It's not about anybody else. I know y'all like that one. But it's not about anybody else. It's just about going to do it because that's what you want. That's what you set out there to go do. So, I've always been my biggest critic. And as the success has come, it'll continue to stay that way. But I also hold the respect of my peers and their words, my coaches, my family, my dad, my brother, Coach Sirianni, Coach Brian, the guys that I play with. Those are guys that, in the end, those are the guys that go out there and lay it all out on the line for. So, it's a great Great question.
According to the Madden NFL football game, the Eagles will win the game and you are going to be MVP of the game. Is there any extra pressure because of it or not?
Yeah, like I said, man, I just want to go out there and do what needs to be done to get this win. You know, you talk about games like this. This is a game where this is the last one. You know, this is the last one that this team will go out there and play together. We had our last Thursday practice today. You know, I mean, little things like that resonate with us and with me. So, besides anything else that'll come with it, you know, we all just want to go leave it all out on the line. Let it all hang and do what we got to do, you know.
Take 2 more questions.
Hi, Jalen. Drew DeLuca from QB List, right here. Thank you.
There you go. How you doing?
Great. Iron sharpens iron. So which teammate or teammates on the other side of the ball do you credit the most with helping you really raise your game this season? And also, my fiver wants to know, who's your favorite Philadelphia Philly?
Well, Bryce Harper. I love Bryce Harper. I remember he hit I don't know, was it a grand slam? He hit a grand slam out of nowhere, and it was crazy. I had baseball dreams long ago, so. But yeah, Bryce Harper. The energy he brings, the passion he plays with, that's what Philly is about, you know, and he embodies all of that. So a lot of respect for him. And the first question was, I'm sorry. I really think I think those defensive backs out there, Slay and Brad and James, Bradbury, they compete with the receivers so well, and it always makes it harder for us. And we have to definitely be on target with certain things, and I think that's heightened my play. And I think a guy on the same side of the ball as me that has helped me so much is Jason Kelsey. His knowledge and his veteranship and his experience. His experience has meant a lot to me. And, that trickles on to his coach, Coach Stout, as well. I have a great relationship with him. And as soon as I got in here, he's been hands-on. He's been trying to get me to see some things. And, I think as you grow as a quarterback, I feel like you always want to soak up as much as you can. And some of those things take time, but I think being able to see the game from multiple perspectives, seeing it from the center's point of view, seeing it from the O-line's coach point of view, seeing it from JG's point of view, defensive back's point of view, all of those things have helped me.
Hi, Rachel Smith, Rising Media Stars. Jalen, I know you are a man of faith. What are you going to ask God for on Sunday, and how do you think your faith has helped you get to where you are right now?
Yeah, I usually keep my prayers to myself, but I say God knows. And, I really lean on him, and I try and keep him in the center of everything that I do, because I know without God, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be the man I am today without having that faith in him, without having integrity and leadership and diligence and all of those things. But I think the biggest thing is you get so influenced by so much around you. You just want to, pray that you're the person that God called you to be. So that's what I'm gonna do. Be who God called me to be.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.